Hello everyone again, and today we have with us Nishat, who comes from Sri Lanka and the city Colombo, and today we will be going through some Sri Lankan culture. Probably most of us don't know about it, so thanks a lot Nishat for joining us today, and we welcome you on the show. And
it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So first of all, we start off with our food section, as usual, and so what are the normal food dishes that people in Sri Lanka normally have?
So the food is basically based around like rice, I would say. So rice would be the main component. Around that we have a lot of like side dishes. I guess it's quite similar to South Indian food, but not exactly the same. I mean, the coconut milk is quite an important ingredient as well, but a lot of side dishes. I would say Sri Lankan food is slightly more spicy than Indian food. Yeah, then meat wise it would be chicken, then pork. Beef is not that common because Sri Lanka is a Buddhist country and most Buddhists don't eat beef. So it's not that common, but yeah, mainly chicken and pork would be like the main meats as well. But yeah.
And what do you have normally to drink with your food? Some traditional.
So we do have some like juices as well that are like quite indigenous to Sri Lanka. No, I won't say indigenous, but it's like quite common in Sri Lanka that compared to other countries, I would say. Like tamarind, for instance, is quite a popular thing. Mangosteen, I'm not sure.
Okay. And what it is made of?
Fruits.
Fruits.
Yeah.
So mangosteen.
Yeah. So it's like a purple fruit on the outside, then you got to peel it out. Then it's like this white core in the middle. And it's quite nice.
So this is like traditional with the Sri Lankan culture, because I haven't heard about it that much.
I guess so. Like I really haven't seen it in many other countries.
And then how many times do you have a meal in one day? Is it normal 3 times?
It's the usual 3 times. So it's the usual breakfast, lunch, dinner. I think Sri Lankans probably eat a bit late compared to the rest of the world.
What time is the breakfast?
So breakfast, I mean, it'll be the usual time, like I would say 7 o'clock, so before you go to work, before you go to school. Lunch is around 2 to 3 p.m. Then dinner could be around 8 or 9 p.m.
Okay. Yeah. And in general, what do you prefer to have as a food? Like any food dishes that are special, like you could name any. Yeah.
So one thing that I quite miss is a dish called Kotturoti. Actually, there's 2 dishes. One is Kotturoti, and the other is called Lamprais. So Kotturoti is like, it's basically like a normal roti, but then you chop it into pieces. Then you add like chicken, cheese. So it's like spicy, savory. It's great.
And the other one?
So the other one is called Lamprais. So Lamprais is basically it's mainly a lunch dish, I would say. So it's basically a food that's wrapped in a banana leaf. I mean, that's how you would normally present the Lamprais. And then, so it's basically rice cooked in maybe like coconut milk. And then you have like a special type of chicken, and you also get like special type of vegetables, which I kind of forget the names right now, but which you only would eat with the Lamprais. And it's something that I quite miss.
So you don't find it here, yeah?
No, not at all.
Okay, thanks a lot for all the food stuff you told about. Let's do some activities and discuss. So what exactly is the common hobby in the Sri Lankan people? Indoor or outdoor activity they are
I mean, as a typical South Asian country, cricket is like the main sport, I would say. So almost everyone would play cricket, and if there's a match going on, no matter who you are, what religion, what race, it's like you always come together to watch that cricket match. And I really find that quite nice, because you always set aside your differences and you come together at those moments. Yeah.
Okay. And what's the go-to destination in case of a vacation for the Sri Lankan people within Sri Lanka and also outside Sri Lanka?
So within Sri Lanka, actually, I would say it kind of depends on what you want, because even though Sri Lanka is a small country, there's like a lot that there is to offer. So if you like beautiful beaches, there's like beaches in the south, beaches in the east that are like super nice and good for surfing, good for snorkeling and all that kind of stuff. Then if you want to do stuff that's like historical and stuff like that, you get the famous Sigiriya rock in the center. So it's basically this ancient rock which has like, so you got to climb the whole thing all the way up, and then it's like this mini city on top right there. So it used to be used as like a fortress for a king long time ago when he was like defending himself.
So any name for that place? Any?
Sigiriya.
Sigiriya. Okay.
Then if you like nature, there's like mountains, and so the center of Sri Lanka is also like very mountainous and slightly cold. But by cold I mean like 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, not minus as it is right now. But yeah.
Okay. And outside Sri Lanka, where do Sri Lankans prefer to go if they want some
I think
international?
I would say maybe like Singapore is a pretty popular destination because it's one of the few countries our passport allows to go without a visa. So that kind of plays a big role in it. Of course, India is like the closest place one can go to, and I would say also Dubai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there any event special for you all around the year? For example, over here we have the Oktoberfest, and then the Indian people celebrate the Diwali, something special. So is there anything special for the Sri Lankan people around the year that they wait for?
So culturally there's a few main events. So one would be, it's called a Perahara. So it's basically a procession with like elephants and like Buddhist monks and stuff like that. So it's basically to signify the tooth relic of the Buddha. So it's kind of like a parade to like take the tooth relic across like a city called Kandy in the center of Sri Lanka. But other than that, so school culture is a very big part of Sri Lanka. And so we also have like a rivalry cricket match that has been going on for like I forgot, it's a long time. So it's like the longest, or it's the second longest cricketing match ever. It's like it's older than the Ashes as well. And even during World War I, World War II, it was never like stopped. So they always used to play, like continue that game. And like the weeks, or that was, I would say like the whole month leading up to that game, it's like it's just a crazy time in like the schools and in the city as well, because like the students, they like, I'm trying to search for a better word than vandalize, but like, basically it's like going around the school, and it's like you kind of jump into other schools, but like not in a bad way, like in a friendly way, just to like talk to them, laugh with them, sort of thing. So that's quite a big deal. And then the match itself it's a 3-day test match. And it's like the whole city kind of like stops. Like,
and who is playing?
So it's two schools.
Two schools.
So I was in one of the schools. So it's so my school versus our rivalry school. So it was, that rivalry in school is quite a big deal in Sri Lanka.
Okay. Thanks a lot for discussing some activities from Sri Lankan culture. Let's move on and discuss some Sri Lankan weddings. So, what way are the Sri Lankan weddings normally held in culture-wise?
So I would say it really depends on the religion. So I won't say there's a typical Sri Lankan wedding. So I would say there's like a typical Buddhist wedding, and maybe a typical Christian wedding, and a typical Muslim wedding. Then basically you get the bride that comes in first for some weird reason. And then like then the guy would come in, and he would either sign the papers, like the legal papers, documentation and stuff like that. And it's just a dinner after that. So it's like
only one event. That's it.
No. So there's 3 main events. So 2 to 3 depends kind of. And then either leading up to that, and then also after that, there'll be like a lunches or dinners in like someone's house, like maybe the brother's house, the father's house. It's like different.
So it continues for a week or 2 weeks.
For a while.
And any special food that Sri Lankans have in the weddings? Or it's just
no. So I would say it would be biryani.
Biryani. You guys also have biryani.
So biryani is quite a big deal back home. At least for the Muslim community, it's like if your Sinhalese friends, your Tamil friends, they always come to your house to get your mom's biryani. It's like
Okay. Thanks a lot for the Sri Lankan weddings. next let's have some personal perspective from your side regarding the Sri Lankan people and their nature. So, is there anything that Sri Lankans are uncomfortable to talk about? Something they feel that it's if someone foreign is approaching them, then that person should not talk about that topic.
So I would say it would be mainly stuff that's got to do with like, for instance, like sexual health. Like you would never have a conversation with someone about, let's say, menstruation or stuff like that.
Some biological, you mean to say, body and stuff.
Like that's kind of stuff that I guess it's not that openly talking about as like in other countries in the world. So people are okay talking about probably religion or politics. I would say religion and politics are like the two most commonly talked about stuff. Back home, And who do you think is the most celebrated person in Sri Lanka? The most famous, like everybody in Sri Lanka knows about him. So I would say it would most likely be like a cricketer, I would say. So maybe someone that everybody would know would be someone like Jayasuriya, Sangakkara. Those guys, Muralidharan, of course. In terms of celebrity, like a singer, actress, actor sort of thing. There are a few. I mean, you get like Jacqueline Fernandez and stuff like that. But no, I would say that the most famous person would be like a sports person, like a cricketer.
Who is known? And what do you think is the best trait or nature in the Sri Lankan people that they are proud of? Like if someone is visiting Sri Lanka, then you try to portray that to that person. Like we have that quality in us.
So I would say it's two qualities, and I think the first one is also quite common with like Pakistani culture as well, which is like the people are very open and they're very friendly, and like if you're a foreigner, they'll always try to like welcome you, make you feel that you're at home, and like no matter what little they have, like if you like, so what my friends tell me who are like non-Sri Lankans who like travel there and stuff, and they'd be like, I was traveling to like this remote village, and like even though these people are like they don't have much, they always try to like help you and like give you stuff for free and stuff like that. So it's that sense of companionship, I would say.
That's good to hear, actually. And well, of course, that winds up my questions. If you think there is something that I missed out, you think that people should know, before coming to Sri Lanka, or before visiting, because it's known to be a good tourist destination. So probably something you want to share about Sri Lanka with us.
So I would say that like you said, it's a very popular place for tourism, and like even though we've had a rocky past, just know that it's a pretty safe country, to be honest, right now. So I wouldn't worry too much about security or stuff like that, and I would say it's a good place if you want to like chill. It's a good place if you want to like go hiking. It's a good place if you want to like see historical stuff. So it's like no matter what you're into, that'd be something for you. Maybe except shopping, but
it's not known for shopping.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Okay. Then thanks a lot, Nishat, for your all the stuff that you shared today and the insights for the Sri Lankan culture. I hope you have a nice evening ahead.
It was nice.
Thanks a lot.
So, thank you guys.